Welcome to the show, ladies and gents. We're here. We talk about wrestling.
Charlotte beat me. I put you in a neck brace before. I have no problem doing it again.
You haven't seen it, honey? I was...
Oh, bitch! No, the fuck y'all did. So much balls. There's too much balls on that rash. Too many red balls. Look at all these balls. Look at this. Damn! Oh, Jesus! We are witnessing child abuse on TV, Lord. Oh, have mercy. Now, watch your mouth when you talking to me, ho. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You ain't getting nothing. You don't get nothing. You either earn it or you don't. You pasty bitch. That ain't how this works. Uh-oh. Hit it with a zigzag. Let's go, baby. Let's go, dog. Let's go. I'm fucks with it. We sick of your shit.
Hey, girl, hey. Life, relationships, pop culture.
Well, go ahead. I'm listening. And he'll be looking at me. He will be looking at me and he will go to sleep. He will go to sleep. Look at me in my face. I'm talking to you.
We talk about it all, baby. So, y'all ready? I know y'all ready. Because it's showtime. And that's on the ancestors, baby.
Hello. I hope everybody had a better day than I did. We just gonna thank God we're here. And in the words of Marvin Sapp, we're gonna praise him in advance, okay? Because Lord knows I could use some prayer. With all that being said, like I said, I hope everybody's having a very, very good day. Or at least a better day than mine. Some people's trials and tribulations are a little harder than others. And that's just what I had to go through today. But you know what? Like I said, we walk by faith and not by sight. Okay? Hey, Donnie. Hello, everybody. Danielle's here. Hello. Brandy, Hiram, Aaliyah, Sasha. Kenny. Hi, Kenny. Me and Kenny had a whole music battle for about 2 hours? About 2, maybe 2.5 hours. She called it quits. She gonna end it on Whitney Houston. She was like, okay, that's it. This is the last one. I'm done. I'm like, oh, so you just gonna dump Whitney Houston in there and then just leave? Oh, rude. Hello, Hiram. Good luck on school tomorrow. You'll be fine. More of it, you know what? It wasn't when the day started, but it got better. It got better. So I'm here. That's all that matters. Hello, Diana. How are you? Diana Diamond is Taylor, child. Hey, Taylor. Just a mess. Diana Diamond. That's a good drag queen name, though. I don't know if Taylor want to be a drag queen, but if somebody want to be a drag queen, Diana Diamond is a dope-ass drag queen name. But y'all might have to fight Taylor for that. Because that's the name he using on her. All right. So I haven't been on YouTube in a couple of days. So we got a couple things that we definitely need to talk about. Okay. He said, ew, not school, child. You ain't never lied. That's a strong name. Diana Diamond, that get you together, honey. She sound like she be cutting bitches down. Okay. Diana Diamond from the 2K series. Hey, I'm just saying that the name is most definitely a good drag queen name. Okay. Please, that's my WWE 2K22 call. Baby, that's a good drag queen name. I'ma steal it. If I be a drag queen this year for Halloween, I'm definitely going as Diana Diamond, okay? That's a bomb ass drag name. She's on our part-time contract. She's such a legend. Okay. So we're gonna talk about wrestling and then we'll move into some relationship stuff. And if y'all got questions, lifestyle questions or wrestling questions, we're gonna move into that stuff too. So let's get started because for the last 3 weeks, Triple H and the new regime have been tearing up the WWE. WWE's Raw and SmackDown both are back up to 2 million views a night. And everybody is talking about WWE. Everybody's talking about who's going to appear next and who's going to come back. Now, the real question and the real test will be how things will progress once the little pop-ups stop happening, okay? So let's start back on last Friday, all right? I did go live Friday. I went live Friday and I talked about Karrion, I believe. So Karrion Kross showed up Friday. This coming Monday, Dexter Lumis shows up in probably one of the greatest ways I have ever seen on WWE. He showed up like a goddamn psychopath, which was perfect for Dexter and his entire character. Like, Dexter's character is a unique one, but he has to be uniquely brought in. You know what I'm saying? He can't just be brought on the main roster like a weirdo. He either is really, really campy or he can be extremely creepy. And this right here was very much giving stalker, giving very much creepoid, okay? Dexter stole somebody's car and crashed it, okay? And then the motherfucker tried to crash the show as AJ Styles beat Miz in a no disqualification match. All you see is Dexter being pulled away by security. And the beauty of this particular setup for all of them, okay, it was not that Dexter came back. That wasn't the beauty of it. The beauty of it was that they never said a word about anything that was happening on the television. We're all watching this. And then, yes? Is there any more? No. You guys ate it all. They ate all the pizza. Isn't there chicken down there?
Yeah, that chicken still down there.
It's some Popeye's chicken down there. All right. The beauty of it was that nobody mentioned it. Everybody act like it was just something happening, like the car crash in the background when they was interviewing Bliss and Asuka at one point, and then the first one was with KO. Then you saw the security team running. Then you saw Dexter out there basically being thrown out by security. And this was by the security, the event staff security. And I think it was one police officer. I think it was one. I'm not sure, but y'all probably correct me in the comments. But nobody on commentary said anything. Nobody stopped to look at anything. Nobody said nothing. So it came across like it was real. And we're all watching this play out in front of us. And I was like, whoever came up with this is a fucking genius. I don't know who did it on the creative team, but whoever you are, you're a goddamn genius, okay? Because that is what people have been begging for. We want storylines. We want both. We want the good matches and we want the good storylines. And for the last couple of weeks, both shows have been pulling out solid shit. Now, I'm not going to lie. There have been some repetitive things, like Shinsuke going up against Ludwig again, or Rey Mysterio going up against Finn for the 85th time. But there have been some new things. You got a whole brawl between Bianca, Asuka, and Bliss and Control. You had them. It was fights breaking out every single hour. There was shit going down every goddamn time. Kevin Owens tore Ezekiel's ass up. Poe Ezekiel. Him back is gone. You feel me? Him back gone, baby. Kevin told Ezekiel's little baby throw ass up. And Kevin said I had to get back to who the fuck I was. Because fuck him. Okay? He been messing with me. And I've been telling y'all that this man is not who he says he is. And y'all don't want to believe me? Fine. I'm going to kill him. Fuck it. I'm just gonna kill him. That's the only way I get y'all to understand where I'm coming from, because I'm still KO and it's still my show. Okay? But he got to go. Took Ezekiel ass right out. Laid his ass out, honey. Now, if you notice, you got to pay attention. All of Triple H's favorites, all his number ones, his unos, you know what I'm saying? All of them have moved up into being pushed, from Shayna Baszler to Dakota Kai, Io Sky, if that's what you want to call her, Karrion Kross, Dexter's coming back. If you paying attention, a lot of the people that was Vince McMahon's faves are being pulled from TV. We ain't seen Austin Theory since SummerSlam. We ain't seen Lacey Evans since before SummerSlam. Okay? And it don't have nothing to do with sis not being medically cleared, because from what I understand, there's no creative plans for her going forward. Okay? Now, some changes are coming down the pike, babies. This is just the beginning. But Monday Night Raw was lit, okay? Because it was a lot going on. The women's tournament started, the tag team women's tournament. Let's talk about the tag team women's tournament, okay? So they put up the brackets. You had Dana and Tamina, which I told everybody was going to be Dana and Tamina, going up against Dakota Kai and Io Shirai. Now, eventually, I kind of figured that Dakota and Io would advance, okay? Now, next week, you're going to have Bliss and Asuka going up against Ash and Piper, okay? I don't see Piper and Ash advancing in this tournament. Unfortunately for them, they on the wrong side of the bracket. Here's where the bracket get interesting, okay? They put Natalia's bum ass with Sonya, which I was like, okay. And they put Raquel with Aaliyah. They got Shotzi and Xia Li together. And then you got the dark horse here. This shit. You got Zoe Starks and Nikita. Now, I'm gonna put y'all comments in here in a second, because I know I moved on rather quickly. But let me get this right. This is where sometimes I feel like Triple H steps in his puts himself in his own way, if that makes sense. Zoe is literally the only person on the roster at this present moment who gives Mandy any type of pressure for that women's championship. She's the only one. Now, if you are planning on doing something else, like possibly bringing back Taya Valkyrie or some shit like that, then I can understand. But here's where I have an issue. You put Zoe Starks and Nikita in a tag team match that is set to happen weeks after she competes for the NXT championship next week at Heatwave, because it's next week, right? Mm-hmm. Now, my problem is, unless they decide to work this out so that Zoe is the NXT Women's Champion and still competes on the main roster in this tag team tournament, which we've seen champions come up to the main roster before, but it'd be rather early in Zoe's career for her to come up this quickly. Now, here's how I think this should play out. Instead of putting Zoe and Nikita in this tag team tournament, because one, it's an odd pairing. I don't understand I don't get it. I feel like you could have brought up Valentina Feroz and Yulisa Leon up, or you could have had Tatum Paxley and Ivy Nile come up, but I hear Tatum has been injured. So here's what I think should happen. When Zoe competes and beats, let's say Zoe beats what's her face? What is her name? Mandy. Let's say Zoe beats Mandy, and Mandy drops the title to Zoe. Okay, cool. The next thing should be Toxic Attraction attacks them. These two goons here. Toxic Attraction needs to attack them and enter the tournament themselves. And then they need to beat Natalya and Witchy Poo. And then they should, whoever they go up against next, it should be in the finals. It should be Toxic Attraction and Io Shirai and Dakota Kai. That's how that should work out. And then you lead to whoever wins the tournament got to compete against these two if they are coming back. That's how that should work. There should be no other way that comes into play, because I just don't care about Nikita. I like Zoe, but I don't give a shit about Nikita and Zoe as a tag team. I don't care. And Nikita, like I said, is too busy worried about Nikita is too busy worried about her ass jiggling and carrying on for her. I need my glasses. I can't see. You know my blue eyeglass case is? Come on. Because I can't read the comments. But that's just how I think that should go. Either that or Naomi and Sasha come back as a heel and take their place. Somebody need to take their place. And I don't care if it was a quick replacement. I saw what Tears' comment was, and it makes sense. But at the same time, Toxic Attraction is there. You have them there. They've been champion like 80,000 times. Let them move to the main roster. They don't need to continue to be on NXT 2.0. They've outgrown it. So let me put y'all comments in. I'm waiting for the snap to happen. He a real life Thanos out in this bitch. Oh, she talking about Triple H and his gauntlet. Hold on. Did I upload it? I don't think I uploaded it. No, I didn't upload it. Damn. I thought I did. Anyway. That would have been perfect. But anyway, let me put the rest of these comments up. IWC are heavy on those Infinity Stones. Loomis is about to be a great example of character development and long-term storytelling. Right? Danny gets it. I was at the show Monday, and I had a thought it was a fan getting kicked out. I thought it was a fan getting kicked out. Then when I saw your reaction, that's when I saw it was Dexter. Yeah, child. No, because I thought the crash had something to do with the tournament because Nikki and Piper were there. I thought everything was real because nobody mentioned anything. So I just ate. She said Popeyes, and now I'm hungry again. Poe Taylor. I didn't know the car crash happened because regular Hulu is on some BS. I don't know, baby. Byron was like, is that Dexter Loomis? And then Corey was like, I don't know. Corey knows shit. Yeah, Leah, they already heavily edited Raw. Kevin said, I'm tired of the BS. You got to go. When they went to commercial, the girls was still fighting, right? They was cutting up. I was cracking the fuck up when Kevin slipped up the stairs. Poke Kevin. He tried so hard. Now, something I noticed is I ain't see Theory nowhere. Theory ain't been nowhere, as they should be getting pushed. Danny said, thank God, I'm tired of both of those flavorless individuals. Not flavorless. She said they flavorless. They really play hot potato with Lacey's booking. That was they ruined Lacey. They could have just let Lacey come back as the Southern Belle, as a face version of the Southern Belle. As soon as I saw Zoe and Nikita, I was like, well, there goes y'all Capital girls. Wow, y'all on some bullshit. They said on SmackDown side, it's the battle for Trump. Okay, y'all doing too much. This downer makes sense. I don't give a fuck about Toxic Attraction, but they should have been in it, right? Once again, it's teams that make no sense, at least on the SmackDown side of things, instead of them. Oh, this doesn't. She said this doesn't make sense. I don't give. That's what she meant. She meant this doesn't. I'm sorry, Tears. I usually read it right, but I read that all types of wrong, child. I would have put Raquel and Shotzi in a team, maybe because they be an odd parent. The way I see it, they put the faces with the faces and the heels with the heels. That's why they did it that way. That's what I said. I think Tatum busted her nose from what the picture looks like. Take her out. I think this was a quick replacement due to Carmella getting injured, but putting them two together just doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying. It just, that don't fit. I don't know who came up with that, but it wasn't a good idea. It worked better that way. Hold on. Who's supposed to be with Carmella? More than likely, it was Zelina. I'm not watching that tag team because it happens with Trump and Trump. And Twitter is already excited with the Nikita to the main roster. And I'm like, have y'all watched her match last night? Still green as grass. Oh, wow. Wait, Zoe Starks is a Trumpy? That's what they saying. I don't know. I don't know. What them bitches should do is turn on Mandy. I mean, she out here making back alley deals with Cora Jade and is not concerned with them getting their tag team titles back. I leave her ass and go beat up Zoe and Nikita and go to the main roster and get me a damn title. Fuck that hoe. Shit, we ain't need that bitch. We just needed to know who the fuck we was. Shit. Anyways, I would have just had Gigi turn on Mandy because JC is just a screaming pile of DNA. Well, I like them as a tag team. I think as a team, they work well together. So I would keep them together. I find that a lot of times people always want to break tag teams up. And at the end of the day, it's not about breaking people up. I think the tag team should be together. You should work on putting them together so that you can have more tag teams showcase. More tag teams together means more women being shown. Whether you like JC or not, or whether she's a good wrestler or not, that's up to you. It's subjective. But at the end of the day, I don't care because all of the girls are being seen on TV. And that's what matters, at least to me. Them tired ass promos is what killed Lacey for me. That was all Vince's idea from my understanding. So, but he's no longer there. He's not even a part of creative. He doesn't do anything. He is gone. Aaliyah about to live off of Raquel's momentum because you know they're going to go past Shotzi and Zaya. Honestly, I wish Shotzi would go past them, to be real with you, because if I got to look at Raquel's teeth one more motherfucking time. Not to get off topic, but did y'all see the Amari Miller controversy? Yeah, I saw it. Oh, yeah, her wobbly ass had a major botch. And I'm like, once you do clownery, ma'am. Got stuck on that second rope. It could not get off. I'm like, girl, this is not the look, babe. But anyways, I'm hoping my girls come back. Okay, I am hoping that Triple H. I hope Triple H do it. Okay, I hope Triple H
bring back my girls. Bring back my girls.
What?
Bring back my girls.
Okay, I hope he bring back my girls. He gotta bring back my girls. I don't mind the team as a whole. I still have them both as a team. It's just JC kind of goes with the flow. Every team has a strength and every team has a weakness. And then JC and Gigi's team, Gigi is their strength and JC is not as strong. I won't call her a weakness. I'll say she's not as good as Gigi is, but she does bring an element to the table. She has some skill. So they work well as a team when they work together. So I'd rather them be together because I don't want to see any more wasted talent. I just don't. Naomi and Sasha will more than likely confront the newly crowned tag team champions. I call Nikita the tobacco commercial lady because that voice is annoying, like somebody is stuck in her throat, like something is stuck in her throat. That's fucked up. Which will more than likely be Dakota Kai and Io. I don't see it being anybody else. There's no other team that's in this damn fight that's plausible that would actually present a threat to Io and Dakota Kai. Even Asuka and hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right. JC ain't my cup of tea, but tag team wise, she is great. In my opinion, Gigi is the better wrestler and JC is the better promo worker, but together makes them both strong. I don't think either one of them is particularly strong on the microphone, but if you say so. Sorry, I'm late. I just got off work. Does anyone know where the Raw after Clash at the Castle will be at? Actually, no, Tirza, I don't. I would imagine it would be still in the UK, but I'm not sure. If Taya was to come back, she would have to drop all 8 of her titles she got. So, as if to say that's not possible. All right, so let's move on from the tag team tournament. I just had to get that out because that was mighty weird of them to do that. Now, like I said, we all saw Karrion Kross hop in and attack Drew and warn Roman that his time was coming to an end. And now the rumors are swirling that at Clash at the Castle, this match may be changed from a singles match to a triple threat. Okay? So, we'll have to wait and see. I don't see Naomi and Sasha making their return in the UK. Seems a little odd to me. Is that when the final tournament is? Because I don't... Is the tournament ending at Clash at the Castle? I mean, I don't know when the tournament is ending. Maybe because I don't think the UK fans will appreciate it enough. I guess time will just tell. But it seems like the rumor is that this is going to be turned into a triple threat, or they may have Drew compete against Karrion again compete against Karrion for that slot. Now, if they make this a triple threat, they got to do something interesting with it. And we was talking about this on my live on Instagram, and AJ was like they should do like a 2 out of 3 falls, and whoever gets the first fall gets to be Universal Champion. And then whoever gets the second fall gets to be WWE Champion. So if they do it right, the first fall could be like, a disqualification. Like somebody get disqualified. That's it. And then the second fall, somebody becomes champion. Third fall, somebody becomes champion. And that's where it ends. And that's how it is. I guess that was the idea that AJ came up with. I didn't have a problem with the idea. I thought it was cute. But if they decide to make Karrion and Drew fight for the right to go up against Roman, but I just don't see that happening. I see them doing either 2 matches at Clash at the Castle, where in the beginning of the show, Roman competes and drops his title to somebody, and then he competes at the end of the show again and possibly drops his title to somebody. I'd rather them do it that way, kind of like the way they did Becky at that Money in the Bank that year, where I think it was Bayley that cashed in on Charlotte. She competed against Lacey, I think it was that year, and then Charlotte had a championship match with her that same night, and right after the match, Charlotte made her compete against her. Wasn't that against Lacey? And then she competed against Charlotte right after that?
I can't remember.
If I recall. Okay. Tirsa said, no triple threats. She said, Drew deserves to go one-on-one with Roman. Johnny come lately can need to take a number. I have to agree. I agree. Hello, Aaron. Hello. Because Io and Dakota and or Alexa and Asuka are going to be in the finals, and they're already on Clash, so it's probably happening after. Why would they be... Okay. Let me see if I got this right. Okay. Let me go look up something right quick. Make sure I get it right. Okay. So even if Io and Dakota Kai win the women's championships, they're gonna have a match at Clash at the Castle either way. I did not know that. They never announced it, at least when I was watching Raw, they didn't. So what is you doing in there? Hold, please. Give me 1 second. Let me get this stuff. Let me get this info up, and I'll be right back.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone. I get real about it all when I'm alone. It's so crazy missing you when I get on. Julio made me a Scorpio, and I might hit your phone up with that bye. Missing my da, missing that all of this love is shit. All these bitches and hoes and pop shit. You a damn drug, toxic.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me, baby? But look at where I ended up. I'm over it already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, don't show up, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't stop caring.
The wig is on my head, everything I live, baby, I'm okay. The time is running out, I'm gonna figure out what happened between us. And now the time won't be waiting for us. I shouldn't be waiting for love. I guess I will raise on my own. The time won't be waiting for us. The time won't be waiting for us.
Smooth with a rhyme. 5 years plus doing musical grind. Hip hop and beautiful grind. I compose unusual now.
Okay. Let me get y'all comments in. Hold on. I was right. 2019 Money in the Bank. I figured as much. They're going to make it a triple threat. Put Seth Rollins in it. Yes, she defended on the same night, retained against Lacey, and lost to Charlotte. Then Charlotte dropped it to Bayley, right? I understood what she was saying. I was talking about the 6-woman tag match that I didn't know about. That's what I was referring to. Oh, you ain't shit. She said have fun in prison. Child, anyway. So Clash at the Castle originally is going to be, for as far as we know, it's Roman versus Drew. And he's putting the undisputed WWE Universal Championships on the line. But they haven't said which title Drew's gonna get or want or what they're doing. So we don't necessarily know. We just have to wait and see. Now, like Brandon said, there are other matches set for the card for Clash of the Castle. We all know Liv Morgan is defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Shayna Baszler. And then Bianca's not defending her championship. She's going to go head to head against Control with Bliss and Asuka at her side. So I'm kind of sad that Becky is injured and can't be on the card, because that would have been dope to see Becky on the good side for a while. She ain't been a good a face character in a while. So it would have been interesting to watch. So Clash at the Castle is coming together, but we got something coming before Clash at the Castle. So let's talk about NXT, okay? NXT was just yesterday, and, well, we saw some interesting things. So let's start off with Nikita and Kiana. They had their match. Nikita had a botch in this particular match, and she wasn't too particularly solid in the match anyway. A lot of the match was Nikita. Was Kiana. She pretty much dominated most of the match. She got Nikita on the defense, and Kiana pretty much took her down by the knee every single chance she got. I'm not going to shit on Kiana too much, even though I don't really give a shit about her. But I will say that she did perform effectively. But she came out there with that big-ass bag, which was superiorly obvious that it wasn't supposed to be out there with her. And it had some type of significance. What I expect from people who have a gimmick and they're using props in their gimmick is to be a little bit more subtle with it. Like and I hate to use this reference, but Jericho was a very good example of subtlety, right? So he came out there a lot of times with his clipboard, and sometimes he would use that clipboard, but he had that clipboard most of the time. So him using it or him coming out there with it didn't mean anything. It was of no significance because he always had it. If you come out there and don't have a prop usually, and then you show up with a prop out of nowhere, 9 times out of 10, you're going to use it for something. Like I was telling y'all a while back that Maurice coming out there with a purse did not make logical sense to me, right? Because like, why is your purse out there, bitch? Like, why are you coming out there with a bag? Now, the last couple of weeks, she been coming out there with a bag shaped like balls because they made a whole thing about Miz's balls being little. Which, cool, I understood that. It was all a part of the gimmick. It was all a part of the thing. But the situation here, she came out there with a big-ass messenger bag. Like a massive messenger bag. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, she's supposed to be a businesswoman or whatever. But she not executing that part of it correctly, in my opinion. Her gear sucks and her personality sucks. So I don't fuck with it, but if you do, live your best life. It's not my cup of tea, I'll say that. But anyways, this match, I feel like shouldn't have been first. They should have put Wesley and Trick Williams match first. Now, this was a rounds match, okay? And the official rules for the rounds match was you get 6 3-minute rounds, 20-second break in between each round. Falls can be won by pinfall, submission, or count out. Once a fall occurs, the round ends. The first superstar to win 2 falls will be declared the winner. In the event of a disqualification or a knockout, the match is instantly over. Okay? So, the first round of this match was a whack-ass boxing match, and both of these fools are horrible at it, especially Trick Williams. His jab is horrible, and I just knew he had a fucking glass jaw. He got a long reach and a very wide wingspan, but he's a horrible wrestler and an even worse boxer. Now, I know that this was all done in kayfabe and everything, and he had, kind of act it out and make it work or whatever, but in my humble opinion, he didn't do a very good job of that, and I just was not feeling it. His wrestling was even worse. And I just was not feeling it. So there's that. In the end, Trick Williams ended up losing this match to Wesley. Wesley got the W, and he lost. He lost by getting knocked out. Like, literally got knocked the fuck out. And definitely it definitely got the pin. So it was a back and forth between the two of them, but ultimately Wesley ended up winning, which I love that. You know what I'm saying? So Kiana was stepping too hard in her sexy walk. I spilled cognac on my $5 shirt. I can't with you. Our educator, she's fully ready for Black Friday with that bag. Oh, wow. Y'all a mess. Anyway, oh, thank goodness I was right about the rules. I thought I was going to be wrong. No, you was pretty much right. No, because Deontay Wilder could actually box. Deontay Wilder has skill. Trick Williams doesn't. He just is a big dude who has a big wingspan. And while he probably does box to keep himself fit, he probably boxes as an amateur boxer. From what I saw, or from the way he presented himself, he obviously has some skill in knowing how boxing works, but it didn't show up Tuesday in that match. I can tell you that. Anyways, moving on. There was another sit down between Escobar and Tony D'Angelo here. He wanted to be Tony Soprano so bad. Anyway, he's mad at Escobar for undermining his authority. And what he really hated was that Escobar cost him the tag team championships. And because he felt like that would have added to his authority, he feels like Santos is purposefully undermining him and not abiding by the rules of the deal that he won. And Santos was like, I'm not abiding by your rules, man. Have you not noticed now that I'm not going to pay attention to what you want me to do? I'm just not going to do it. So he was like, you tried to take me out. That didn't work. Now what? It was a simple solution. Tony is like, we're going to do this one last time. It's you and me, and whoever wins, you know, Tony's like, if I win, you're out of NXT. You're gone. And Santos is like, well, if I win, I get my family. I said, cool. Where's my pizza? Well, you took it downstairs, but you didn't. Never mind. Anyways.
Okay.
Okay, so Santos and Tony are going to battle it out for the true Don of NXT. Are you going to have a Don, or are we going to have an Escobar? We'll just have to wait to find out, because Heat Wave is the match. But Tony doesn't want just a regular old match. Tony wants a street fight. So at Heat Wave, it's going to be Santos Escobar versus Tony D'Angelo in a street fight. But the stipulation is, if Tony wins, only Escobar is out. His family stays with the Don. So that means Legado will still be in NXT, and Santos Escobar more than likely is being pulled up to the main roster, which I hate that they are splitting them up to pull them up. I feel like Tony can gain new people in his family without keeping Legado del Fantasma. I really, really wish they would bring Legado with Santos Escobar and let them run as a faction on the main roster. Currently, the only faction on the main roster is the Bloodline and Control. So while Bloodline is getting ready to be on its way out, you need a mid-card faction that's going to work in terms of possible U.S. champion and possible tag team champions. And Legado Fantasma is a very good example of where that could be. They don't have to be on the main front of the They don't have to be on the main front of the card. They can be in the mid card with the tag teams and the mid card belts. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I really wish that Triple H would really think this through and bring Phantasma up with Legado. Bring them all up together. Don't split them up. Elektra too, because we can always use more girls on the main roster. And as much shit as I give Lola, she is a very solid wrestler, a very good power wrestler. I like watching her wrestle. She does amazing. So as far as I'm concerned, if they bring them up, they need to bring them all up together and let them run together as a faction. The same way they had Hit Row in the beginning instead of splitting them up. So anyways, moving on. There were other matches. Roderick went up against Apollo Crews, and Apollo won that match against Roderick. Roderick seems to be very jealous of Apollo and the fact that he's sitting in Diamond Mine going over tape of their previous match. Now, prior to his match with Roderick, seems like Apollo has a little power of foreseeing the future. And what he saw was a bunch of the whole entire crew of Diamond Mine laid out in the ring, busted up. They was all beat up. And he kind of shook it off as if, whatever. But I think that's an omen for something that's coming down the pike. Don't know when, but it's coming. Anyways, it could be Schism. Could be them because they on some bullshit. We also learned that Solo is injured. Solo messed up his knee, so he's going to be out for a little bit. But he talked to Cameron Grimes. And Cameron seemed a little bit receptive to Solo, but at the same time, a bit irritated. And this also led to Solo running into some rookie that I don't even know. I have no idea who this dude is. And it seemed like he was trying to talk shit to Cameron, and security kind of warded him off. We also saw that Schism and Joe Gacy were trying to get at Cameron and get in his head again, and then Cameron just kind of walked away. So we still see Joe Gacy trying to break down Cameron Grimes when he's at his weakest. And we also see that Solo is injured and is going to be gone. For whatever reason, Von Wagner hasn't been seen since he lost to Solo, which thank fucking goodness. Because don't nobody give a shit about Von Wagner, okay? But anyways, we also had another match from the girls, okay? The girls were fighting, all right? The girls had a match. Zoe Starks and Cora Jade had a match. It was all right. The way I see it is everybody in NXT is developmental. I think Zoe is pretty solid. I think Cora still needs work, which is why she's down there. She's got some character development she's getting into. But match-wise, it wasn't the greatest match I had seen, but it was an okay match. I will give them that. Now, ooh, child, she real mad at Tony. Let me look at some of y'all comments. Fuck Tony and this story. Ooh, child. Good. Send Santos to the main roster where he belongs. Santos do belong on the main roster. I prefer SmackDown. They missed that opportunity when they pulled Hit Row instead of Legado del Fantasma. Yeah. Thank you. Santos should have been on the main roster. Yo, that badass Hispanic group vibe is needed. Send them to SmackDown because Raw's roster is so stacked right now. Though Cruz was doing voodoo. I thought Cruz was doing voodoo. No. My baby just upset right now. I got him, though. I came with you. I had the hardest time remembering Zach Gibson's name. It took me a day after that last live stream to get it. I don't know who that is. Von Wagner's whole face and head is huge. He reminds me of Binky from Arthur. Anyway, Zoe Stark was able to pick up the win over Cora because Roxanne chased her out of the arena. Mandy tried to hit Zoe with her belt in the back, but she ended up pretty much getting taken out by Zoe and standing up. Now, like I said earlier, this seems odd to have Zoe be in the tag team for a main roster championship when she's going after another championship at NXT Heatwave. Zoe is set to take on Mandy at NXT Heatwave for the NXT Women's Championship. I don't know exactly how this is going to play out, but given the fact that this woman is also set to make a main roster debut on SmackDown within a couple of weeks, I generally don't see how Zoe would beat Mandy for that championship unless they're going to do it the way I think they should do it, which is still give Zoe the championship, but then Toxic Attraction takes them out so they can't have that opportunity and they replace them in the match. That's the only thing I could think of. Gianni is supposed to be going up against Carmelo for the North American Championship. Now, Carmelo's been in NXT for a while, and the way I see it, Carmelo's time in NXT is coming to a close. I would pull Carmelo up, but I wouldn't have him drop that championship to Gianni. Gianni is not the guy. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it would have been Solo had Solo not gotten injured at his last match with Von Wagner, but I still wouldn't give it to Gianni. I just don't think that he is the guy to hold the championship, and he bores the hell out of me. I don't know about anybody else, but just because you wear nice suits and you got a pair of cheap ass glasses from Wish.com don't mean that you somehow are superior with your fake ass Gucci gear. No. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't work for me. Is he a solid wrestler? Yes, I will never take that from him. But I think he made a grave mistake by not going with Gunther and Ludwig to the main roster. He should have joined them to the main roster, and you could have been a rivalry with another tag team added to the roster. Imperium would have really made that main roster debut work. And then you fucked it up trying to have your own shit, and what you do is corny. Like everything that you do, Johnny, is just corny. There's nothing about it that is even worth like anything that is of any type of substance or style. There's no swag to it. It's just I'm rich and I look good and y'all need to praise me for it. Like your ass is just oily and golden brown for no fucking reason. And I'm sorry, but you don't move nothing. You move absolutely nothing, sir. Go to hell. Go to hell. That's how I feel about it. Go to hell. Because I can't do it no more. I just can't. Okay, don't you disrespect Binky like that. He turned out okay in the end. Now the final match is going to be, which I deleted the thing off my thing, so I'm sorry. But the final match is going to be, it's going to be Braun Breaker versus JD McDonough. Okay, they're going to be going at it for that NXT championship. Now, do I think that MODOK can win? That MODOK can win? Sure. It's possible. They probably want to bring Braun Breaker's ass up too. But in my opinion, I would keep Breaker down there until after NXT War Games. I would. I would not let him drop it to JD this quickly. And I know they want to move in a whole new direction, but I feel like I don't know. Like we gotta. It's just something I feel like shouldn't happen at this moment. But whatever. So those are the matches for NXT. NXT Heatwave is next week on Tuesday, and it's gonna be on the USA Network. It is not a Peacock pay-per-view. The ball guy and Schism, however you spell it. Did Mandy hit her in the head with the title? It looked like she did. No. I'd rather see Nathan Frazier, but I know that'll be the next bout. I think it's just to give Nikita and Zoe some exposure to the main roster and not a full call up. There's no need to give them full exposure to the main roster. Nikita is not prepared to go to the main roster, and Zoe should be on track to be champion in NXT. I would not put them on the main roster for exposure for what? Put Toxic Attraction in there. You're not going to give them the championships back, so put Toxic Attraction in that slot. Why would you create a tag team when you got a fucking tag team in front of you? That's just stupid. Girl, Cesaro Light get on my nerves. Child. I like the idea of Nathan Frazier. Nathan Frazier is that guy. Imperium versus the Bloodline could have worked. I watched one of the Raw reviews. Their guess is Zoe will still beat Mandy. That would create a crack in the Nikita-Zoe's pair. Nikita beats her and takes Toxic Attraction, takes both of them out of the tournament. All right, whatever. I actually think his gimmick has an old school vibe to it, which I appreciate with the stopping and the staring at the camera and posing. That's kind of hard. It takes him almost 6 minutes to come to the ring. And even when he gets in the ring, he stops and stares again. That may be something that you enjoy, but that's not something I enjoy. I think that is whack. I think it's corny. I don't like it. And it's not because he's arrogant or whatever, because everybody's arrogant. That's not the point. The point is, it's not like it's boring because he's boring. He doesn't give anything to it. Like, I'll put it this way. Razor Ramon came out there. Scott Hall looked like he was Cuban. We all thought he was Cuban. We all thought he had some Latino in him somewhere. Okay? We all thought that. But he embodied his character 100%. Like, there was nobody like him. Like, nobody gives off the vibe of like being a real legit bad guy. Like, he's just an arrogant douchebag. There's a difference. Like, he's not. Solid wrestling is cool, but his character is whack as fuck. And just because it's old school, in my opinion, doesn't make it good. It just makes it have an old school vibe to it. And if you go back and watch a lot of the shows that had these types of characters on them, those types of characters are the ones that did not last in WWE. Think about it. Lash Legend with Pretty Deadly is a pretty cool pairing, and Pretty Deadly getting them UK titles back. I don't really care about the UK tag titles, to be honest with you. I do hope that Fallon and Lash have a decent match. Lash seems to be moved around pretty quickly. She is always somebody that builds up somebody else. She don't really work at, her own shit. Like, Lash is always the girl that is used to build up another character. So it seems like that's what they finna do with Fallon, and Pretty Deadly already challenged for the damn titles once and lost. But if they go after him again, good for them, I guess. Yep, and Roman could have gotten his chest caved in. That would have been entertaining. He moves that hot ass breath around and don't nobody want to hear it. Anyway, Breaker could also be called up for their next Peacock event in September 4th because the draft is not happening not too long after that. It's happening not too long after that. So I can see him coming up then. The event is on the 3rd of September. It's not on the 4th. It's on the 3rd. Which is a Saturday, I believe. Is Nathan Frazier the guy from Seth Rollins' wrestling school? Yes, he is. And by the way, I totally agree about Zoe and Nikita. I was just throwing out maybe what their thought process was. Toxic is a better option. Toxic just was a better option. It wasn't directed solely at you. It was just Toxic Attraction is the better choice. It doesn't make sense to put them up there for any showcase at all. That makes no sense whatsoever. Even if it's what Moravich said, which is to turn Nikita into a heel against Zoe, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that, but you don't have to do that to make them into a heel so that they can have their match with each other. Like, to me, it's very simple. Like, just have Nikita come out there and attack Zoe Starks. Like y'all did JD. Y'all had JD attack him right after his fucking match with Kevin. You know what I'm saying? They need to send them belts back to the UK. Oh. Yeah, it's the Creed brothers. They're the champions. No, NXT has a Peacock event on the 4th, the day of after Clash, which is on the 3rd, and the draft is happening soon after. Because the event dates are usually put out in advance. No, they're not. Like, WWE would have mentioned them. This came from the dirt sheets that there's an unnamed pay-per-view set for the 4th of September, which they would have been advertising it if it was I don't understand why they're not advertising it. They should be advertising it. But I'm imagining it's because they want to get Heatwave out the way first and then start to advertise for whatever premium live event that NXT is getting ready to go have on Peacock on the 4th. The last premium live event they had was NXT in Your House. And that was when Breaker went up against Joe Gacy. The Creed brothers went up against Pretty Deadly, and Wendy Chu went up against Mandy Rose. Okay. So anyway, they haven't announced the new that premium live event. So more than likely you got it from a dirt sheet, which is fine. It's just that information is only privy to people who looking for it. People who are actually actively watching the dirt sheets to see what's coming up next. I don't necessarily do that because sometimes the dirt sheets are wrong. So it's fine that you knew that, but everybody doesn't know that because all of us are not honed into the dirt sheets like that. If it was announced in advance and put out in advance, the WWE would have it in some capacity on their website or at least on their Twitter, and it is on neither. So it's not a situation of like you don't know what you're talking about. It's more like you have become privy to information that isn't widely known, but it is known in the IWC apparently. Now, from what I understand, this premium live event is the same day as All Out. All Out is on the 4th. And so is NXT's live event. It's supposed to be also on the 4th. They do not have a name for this event, which is another reason why it more than likely has not been officially announced, because there is no name for the event. They haven't decided, I guess, what to call it. Now, let me see. A dirt sheet is exactly what I meant. Like, Fightful is still a dirt sheet. Hold on. Okay. Tears and says she'll be back. Okay, cool. It just popped up on my Twitter feed from Fightful. Is it the Bash? I thought we just had the Great American Bash. They just did the Great American Bash, right? Yeah, it was with Cameron Grimes. Brian Breaker went up against Cameron Grimes at the Great American Bash. You know what, Don? I really don't know what it could be. He said just popped up on my feed from Fightful when it came out. You're right, that's my fault. I had just assumed that most people had seen, but most people do only wait for WWE to announce things. That's all I'm saying. The Bash already happened, so it's not going to be Great American Bash. It's got to be something else. Tate, stop screaming. Hold on. Call them PLEs now. They don't call them pay-per-views. They're premium live events. They're premium live events, love. We're in 2022. They're premium live events. Anyways, this is a guesstimate of the events, but oh, so they're keeping day one. Okay. Okay. Let me go back up. So they do not have what that event is for these premium live events. They don't have that up yet. So let me go back and see what I can find while we're talking. Oh, I'll get to Amari Miller in a second, babe. Give me 1 second. The Bash happened in July. Yeah, because NXT War Games is not until... War Games usually is in November, if I recall. That Halloween event, what is it called? What is that shit called? I wish they just call it a takeover like they did before. Shit, that was simple. Takeover Brooklyn, cool. NXT Takeover, cool. Worked. War Games is usually in November on the 23rd, and then it looks like it was just takeovers in between there. But let me see. Oh, I'll figure it out. Let's get to some other stuff. Well, Heatwave was an ECW old pay-per-view, So maybe it'll be another adopted pay-per-view from ECW. Maybe. Why is Amari Miller trending on Twitter? It was Halloween Havoc. Thank you so much. Thank you. Because she said that Ember Moon was the first black NXT women's champion. That's why she's trending on Twitter. Maybe NXT One Night Stand. I wouldn't mind that, actually. I actually wanted to be like, isn't that Labor Day? So they could make it capital punishment, or I really wanted to be capital punishment. I really wanted to be capital punishment. Like, I really do. Or like NXT should have Cyber Tuesday or not Cyber Tuesday, but Cyber Sunday again, because that shit used to be fun. I love Cyber Sunday. Because she's a clown that shouldn't have posted what she posted. What did she post? She said that Ember was the first ever African-American holding, and the only African-American to hold the NXT women's title. A lot of fans said, well, Sasha Banks did hold the title, but she said, oh, she respects Sasha Banks. She's a legend, but she's not fully black. That's what I said, Kayla. I said that War Games usually happens in November. It's probably more than likely going to happen in November. I mean, Sasha ain't fully black, but her father is black. So who gives a fuck? Just like The Rock is black. Well, that is also a point of contention for a lot of people in the black wrestling community who bring up Kofi and now Big E because they splitting hairs. Well, Kofi is legitimately African American. I'm like, so is Big E. Big E is of African descent as well. Like, you know, I think his father is Nigerian. I'm not sure. But his father is African. So Kofi's family is from Ghana. So I'm like, they're all African American. Hell, we African Americans. What are you talking about? As far as I'm concerned, like, they always split hairs. So they say that, well, they're full black. The Rock was mixed. I'm just like, it really doesn't matter. He's still African American at the end of the day. He's whoever he decides to identify as, and he respects both sides of his culture. He understands that he comes from two cultures, and he respects both of them. And I think that, first of all, acknowledging Ember as the NXT Women's Champion, and you can acknowledge her as that if that's what you want. That's totally up to you. She ain't gonna never acknowledge herself as just an African American woman, and one of the only African American women to hold that championship. She won't, because she don't think about herself in that way. But that's her own fault. Anyway, it just seems ridiculous to me. Amari repping Ember so hard because they probably go to the same hairstyle. Oh! Girl!
Emotional damage. You won't.
She tore her ass up. I didn't know that this was a topic of discussion, but I also agree with Tirza. Does anyone know Shayna's ethnicity? I believe that Shayna is Latina. I'm not sure, but I believe that she is Latina. Tirza read her ass down to the ground. Amari should have just sat there and ate her motherfucking food. I mean, that's not a lie. Like, Amari she gives very much Alicia Fox all the way to the wig. But her wig's synthetic. At least Alicia will go get her a good 27 piece, with some real human hair. She might wear it like it's pulling the back of her damn neck for the guards, but child. She is German and Chinese. That don't sound right to me, but okay. If you say so. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. I can't do that for you. Sorry. I'm sorry.
You don't love me.
I love you to death.
You don't love
I
me.
do anything but that.
You won't love me.
I do anything but that. Not with them two African Americans in the back seat. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't want to touch it. Why you gotta do that? I want my mom. I'm tired of you. No. But he won't let me look. I don't want to hear it. No. 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 There you go. Shayna's German on her dad's side and Chinese on her mom's side. Okay. She looked Latino to me, but if that's what she is, good for Shayna Baszler. Anyways, I just think that's such an ignorant comment to make. Oh, she ain't fully black, so she don't count. Like, how the fuck does that sound? You just like Ember and benefited off of the hard work Sasha put in while she was in NXT. She gave her a backhanded comment. Was like, oh, Sasha's a legend. I would never take anything from her. I'm just giving Ember her props. I'm like, well, you could have just said, shout out to Ember for inspiring me. You know, she's an African American, one of the only African American women to hold the NXT Women's Champion. And I'm next up. You know what I'm saying? You could have left it at that, but you put your foot in your mouth. Now you better eat that bitch. I don't know what to tell you, ho. Get you some hot sauce, barbecue, ranch, one of your weaves for a little crunch. I don't know. No, because fuck her. Shit, she be standing out there with that synthetic hair, and then her shit be all types of messed up. You be like, girl, did you at least attempt it? I know the NXT checks ain't that big, but come on now. I still don't get no pizza. He said disrespectful. This fool said I like barbecue if I do say so myself. Well, help us slather it up then, nigga. I don't know what to tell you. Put some hot sauce on it or something. You did that to yourself. If I was her, I wouldn't be muting my comments. I just put out an apology and said I was wrong. I shouldn't have said that. I respect both women. I appreciate what both of them have brought to the table. And I'm going to continue to ride. And I know y'all going to hold me accountable for what I said. And that's fine. But just know that I respect both women equally, if not more, for Sasha Banks. And I really, really hope that everybody can get over this. And then I keep on moving because you can't hide. You can't just turn off your comments and deactivate your Twitter for a little while and then think the niggas ain't going to come back and read your ass when you come back. Because they ain't going to do nothing but just wait until your bitch ass come back on Twitter and be like, I remember what the fuck you said about Sasha a couple weeks ago, ho. We remember what you said. You and your tired ass weave. Shit. We tired of you. And I don't feel bad. By the way, folks, the GOAT himself returned tonight. Okay, I'm gonna leave this in here. I'm just gonna sit here. Cause I don't know who the GOAT is. I don't know. I don't know who that is, love. I don't know. Amari looked like she be wrestling in a quick weave, a shake and go wig, or one of those headband wigs. since she mentioning Sasha, she should hit her up. She hit up her wig lady because she needed. Child, if you don't stop reading that lady down to her bald-headed edges, stop snatching that lady bald. Stop snatching her bald. Okay? Stop that. Stop snatching off her damn edges like that, Tirza. You know that lady bald-headed. You shouldn't have did that. That ain't right. That is not right. Now, we don't have to stoop to her level. We ain't got to go to hell. Don't be like Don, because Don say he don't stoop to her level. He go to hell. Don't do that. Snatching that lady edges off like that don't make no damn sense. Anyway, indeed, Philip made his way back. Mm. 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 Mm.
I don't care. I don't care. Blow me, bitch. I don't care. I don't care. Blow me, bitch.
I'm just playing. If you happy that Phil came back, congratulations. I'm very glad that Phil is no longer walking around with a broken foot and a broken dream. You know, he got to have his cult of personality. Okay? Okay. All right. Now she thought Prince Philip died. Babe! Shut up, Aaliyah. She dug her own grave. She finna join the tables for three with Kiera and Ember. Well, Kiera got to be a part of the squad to be on the table for three. They don't just invite anybody to that. I'm not finna pay for a bitch who talked about one of my prominent stars' hair and clothes, talking about she jocking my style, she jocking my hairstyles, my swag. No, she not, because last time I checked, her part was not looking like the Red Sea, okay? It did not look like Moses when he parted the Red Sea out there. That's not what it looked like. I don't remember that. I don't remember Sasha coming out there and no Shein shit. Now, she may have, but it did not look like yours. How you going to compare Sasha wearing black shorts to you walking around here in a damn one-piece jogger with some boots? Oh, you don't get your stupid ass out of here. And Ember, she ain't going to do nothing but bring up Mandy. That's all Ember going to do is bring up Mandy. Okay, that's all she going to do. Well, they said I need to look like Mandy. Well, Mandy said, that's all she gonna be doing. That's all she gonna be doing. She need to be snatched ball so she can start over. Tirza, please. Please, Tirza. Please. She gotta be fun. Please, Tirza, please. I can't. I wouldn't call him no GOAT either. You can't be GOAT and play Kevin Federline to John Cena and the Rock's Britney Spears. Ooh, that's ugly. That's a mess. One of the best, sure, go stretch. Well, as of 2022, Don, I'll say in his heyday, you could say that. But he ain't now. His match quality is subpar at best. I've seen his matches, and they're not amazing. But if you like it, I love it. Is he hiding something in there? Check his bed, Jared. Well, calm down. I can't. Take Tirza phone. She is going off. Thank you.
I think they're over there.
They're right there.
Oh, shit.
Let me go eat some straight cheese, child. I got no Ritz Crisp. I need something. You need to leave them Ritz Crisp alone. Last time you was on TikTok choking. You got to be specific with your feels. It could have been Prince Philip or Phil Collins. Phil Collins been dead a long time, baby. I'm just playing. Anyway, Brandon, if you believe that he's the GOAT, that is your business, honey. I'm not taking nothing from you. It's just I don't really care about Phil. I'm joking, Tears. I'm joking. I'm just joking. I wonder who Walter faces. Who faces that clash, because there's no way Triple H leaves him off the card. It must be Shinsuke. Even though he's going up against Shinsuke next week, I don't see. If it's not Shinsuke, I don't see them taking time to build anybody else. It must be Shinsuke. Don't nobody care about Prince Philip. Well, he got a point. He does have a point. Ooh, y'all don't care nothing about the dead. I ain't finna go there with y'all. I'm just not. All right. So I'm gonna take a quick break and let y'all, if y'all got some questions y'all want to ask about anything that we've seen over the last couple of days or just wrestling in general, I will answer them, and then I'll move on to the relationship stuff. All right.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone. I get real about it all when I'm alone. It's so crazy missing you when I get on. Now Julio made me a Popio, and I might hit your phone up with that bye. Listen my da. Listen that all of this love is toxic. All of this love is toxic. All these bitches and hugs and toxic. You a damn drug. Toxic.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I once did. The heartbreak change me, baby, but look at where I ended up. I'm open already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, don't show up, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't stop caring.
All right. All righty. Oh God. Now you old ass mama. Jesus. That was her husband. Everybody waiting to go see Wakanda Forever. All right. So before we get into the 6 Brown Chicks chat, let's talk about what Bray posted in response to it. So Bray Wyatt posted this Instagram post, and it says, and I quote, not inbreeding, Jesus. It says, wrestling is not a love story. It's a fairy tale for masochists. A comedy for people who criticize punchlines. A fantasy most can't understand. A spectacle no one can deny. Lines are blurred. Heroes are villains. Budgets are cut. Business is business. But it can also be a land where dead men can walk, where honor makes you elite, where demons run for office, and rock bottom is a reason to rejoice. Woo! It's an escape. A reason to point the blame at anyone but yourself for 2 to 3 hours. An excuse to be a kid again, and nothing matters except the moment we are in. Wrestling is not a love story. It's much more. It's hope. And in a world surrounded in hate, greed, and violence, a world where closure may never come, we all know a place that has a hot and cold hope on tap, for better or for worse. So, Mr. Wyndham, aka Bray Wyatt, put this beautiful poem out on Instagram. And of course, the girls were buzzing. Okay, they wanted to know what this means. As did I, because it came out around the time where a lot of people were returning. And of course, they all thought Bray Wyatt was going to be in that bunch, right? They've been rumoring this for months, that Bray Wyatt was returning to the E. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going back to WWE. All right? Because he said, where honor can make you elite is a reference to AEW Ring of Honor. All right? So I'm going to pull up the article where they give you the info. So basically, a fan got mad at Bray Wyatt and said his tweet was cryptic ass, meaningless doo-doo. Cryptic ass, meaningless doo-doo, but people are going to lap it up. I wonder if all the casuals are going to get those references, though. Bray Wyatt responded to the fan, which is not normal of him to respond, but he said, it's not meant to be cryptic. It's a reminder to myself and others that need reminding just how special this business is and how lucky we are to have it. Put your microphone and biases aside and read it again. Hashtag doo-doo. Which I 100% agree. If you actually read the poem and you really listened to what he said, it was a love story. It was a ode to the business, and it was to everybody in it. It wasn't just to the E. It was obviously to everybody. Now, it's been rumored that he's supposed to be coming back. But no one knows. I don't know what's going on with Mr. Bray Wyatt, but it seems like he's happy. He and JoJo's about to get married. I think they have a production company that's getting ready to do a horror movie or whatever. Bray Wyatt is just living his best life, I think. And I don't think he coming back to wrestling, but I do think that he enjoys it. So there's that. Also, unfortunately for Mr. McMahon, it seems that he not only has been paying out, is getting ready to pay out this 14 point something million dollars, but he's actually, the number has gone up to $19.6 million. And I suspect that it probably will go up again. I'm just looking like, well, okay, Vinnie Mac. You're in trouble, babe. Anyways, let's go to the Six Brown Chicks chat, shall we? Number one says, my friend left her husband after he gave her herpes. He got herpes from me, but doesn't know it. She kicked him out, and he quietly moved in with me. He hasn't mentioned the STD and wants sex all the time. I'm concerned that he doesn't value me or my health. Girl, not you gave him the herp. First of all, it's so much to unpack here. But let's just go piece by piece, okay? Let me get something to drink. For the girl. Wow. Wow. Okay. You sleeping with your friend's husband. Your friend's husband got herpes. And you gave it to him. Haven't told him that you gave it to him. And then you talking about you concerned he don't value your health. Bitch, you don't value your health. The fuck? And you definitely didn't value his when you gave him herpes, you nasty bitch. Oh, you nasty. You are a nasty ass bitch. That is trifling. Are you... He don't value you. Why should he? You done gave him the herp. You know what? You done made your bed. You got lie in it. I don't have no advice for you other than you need to go get whatever you need to make sure them herpes subside. Pills, cream, whatever fuck it is, bitch. I don't care. Better make sure it ain't monkeypox or something. That's all I'm going to tell you. Question number 2. I've been flirting with a married coworker for a year. I'm in love with him. I'm a better woman for him. I sent nudes. Him, don't send me this. I don't want to know you like that. I don't want to know what you look like. He still comes to work like nothing happened, so I know he likes me. How to entice him? Girl, he don't want you. He done seen you naked and done told you straight up, I don't want to see you like that. I don't want to know you like that. Bitch, he don't want you. He don't want you. Either your titties sagging or your ass sagging. or you just ain't what he want. He actually might love his wife and be a decent dude, because a nigga straight up saw you butt ass naked and said, don't send me stuff like this. I don't want to see you like that. I don't want to know you like that. He don't like you, ho. He don't like you. Take your skank ass on somewhere. And why is it that you would go through all of this and pursue a man who has a family or is at least starting to build one, but you won't go find a single man to do it with? That don't make no damn sense. Get your punk ass out of here. Go find somebody who's single to mess with. And then you be the first one on the internet crying, talking about ain't no real men in the world. They all fuck boys. Mm-hmm. That's because you keep fucking niggas who is not yours. It's a nacho, not yours. Okay? My man wanted to role play in the alley behind our house. My role was a sexy stranger, and we had a one-night stand in the car. While playing, a real sex worker confronted my man about money he owes her. She knew his name. He says it was a part of the game. Thoughts? You got busted. Girl, that wasn't a part of no game. That's real life. This ain't no damn GTA. This ain't no GTA, bitch. You better get your shit and get out. You better do like Ronald Isley and tell her, you're contagious. Touch me, baby. Give me what you got. Like what he got. Shit. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's funny. Oh, bitch. That's hilarious. He had a GTA hooker. Oh my God. I bet you she looked like she was on all the best heroin. Oh my God. Okay, I'm done. I promise. I'm finished. We've been married 9 years. We have 3 kids. My husband neglects me and is harsh with my eldest and youngest sons because I had these kids with his cousin. The cousin died of heroin. See, I didn't even know this was coming. I swear I did not read these, okay? How to get hubby to stop pettiness. They are still part of his family. Girl, you want him to be a father to 2 kids? That's his cousin. Is that what this say? Now I can read. This says, my husband neglects me and is harsh to my eldest and youngest sons because I had these kids with his cousin. So all them kids is his cousin's kids. Y'all only got 3 kids, and you said youngest sons. Your eldest and your other 2 kids is his cousins, and you mad because he don't want to be around you and he neglecting you, and them 3 kids, you lucky he's still there. Okay? You are real lucky he's still there. The cousin died of heroin, and you sit up here talking about, yeah, I need him to stop the pettiness. Petty? That was Uriah opening one of his Simplies. Petty? You done had 3 kids. Go in your room. You done had 3 kids with his cousin, baby. He is raising his cousins. Okay? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You're going to be a lonely wife. You need to be a lonely woman. Okay, that's what you need to be. You need to be on some Bobby Womack-ish. If you think you're lonely now. Oh, girl, wait until tonight. You need to be by yourself, ma'am. You need to be by yourself. Don't be mad at him because he don't want to be around you. I'm pretty sure he trying to do the right thing, but hell no, I wouldn't be there. I'd leave your ass where I found you, which is in the streets, apparently. Laid up with my cousin with heroin. Because you probably, you know what? I'm going to say something. It's probably going to sound effed up, But I don't care. She probably was with him doing the heroin, and he died, and she didn't. I don't care what nobody say. That's what I believe. It's probably not true. Lord, forgive me if it ain't, but that's what I believe. I'm just gonna tell you the damn truth. That's what I believe. Like, no, don't get mad at him because he don't wanna. He's cold to you. He cold to you because you done had 3 kids by his cousin, and he raising his 3 cousins. Bitch, what you think he gonna do? Be sitting up here treating you like you his loving wife? You don't give a damn about him. Shit. I wouldn't still be there. The question is, why the fuck is he there? Like, do you got life insurance policy he paying on or something? Because if that's the case, you might want to get your ass the fuck up out of there. You might come up dead somewhere. He said, I read ahead. I'm disgusted. Well, girl, he said, fuck you and them kids. He should still be there. Why is he still there? That's my question. Why is he still there raising his little cousins? I wouldn't be there. I don't give a damn if it is my family. I don't give a shit. I didn't make them. I didn't die of heroin. I didn't die of that. The lonely wife hashtag is taking me out. Well, she finna be lonely. I'll tell you that. Hold on. All right. I took a coworker's custom ring. She left it in the bathroom. It was a snake with an emerald in the fangs. The ring disappeared from my home. Ghetto next door neighbor posted on IG that her side dude gave it to her for her B-day. My man denies, but he lies. What to do? So wait a minute. Y'all some thieves? Like, y'all got a whole band of thieves and shit. So you stole a ring from a coworker, and then your man stole it and gave it to your next door neighbor, his side chick. Girl, karma's a bitch.
Facts.
You don't need the ring. If you was real, you wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't give a shit. I put his ass out and let him go stay in that house with that girl, and then I tell my coworker that I found the ring in the bathroom, but you wasn't at work. So I took it home and my boyfriend stole it. He got it at his house. Call the police and get your ring back, girl, because he stole it. That's what I do. It'd be my word against his. I'd narc his ass out. That's so trashy. Well, shit. He is upset, honey. With her for 3 years, I begged her to abort, but she didn't, so I left. She's with my uncle now at our family reunion. They're dressed alike with my son. My son didn't know me, so I fought my uncle for stealing my legacy, and he knocked me out in front of my son. Oh, Jesus.
God damn, dog.
My love in your face, bitch, if you only knew. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. My love.
Emotional damage. You won't.
Oh shit! Yo,
So you put sugar on your grits, huh? Okay.
Yo, Uncle knocked you the fuck out. Oh my god. Oh, that was a good Kiki. That was good. That was good. You ain't want that, son. Wait a minute. There's a lot going on, honey. You can't fix that. Not you got knocked out. But, Don said, but, hold on. What if he ain't the daddy? Child, at this point, you done been knocked out in front of your whole family by your uncle with your maybe baby mama and your son standing there. There's no saving face of that. Even if the nigga ain't his, it don't matter. At this point, it really don't matter, bitch. Like, your ass just got laid out by your uncle and he fucking your girl and your son is in the house, allegedly. Like, there's no coming back from that, nigga. Like, you need to go on Yalla Fix My Life, and they don't even have that show no more. You need to go straight to the Yalla and get your shit together, because that right there can turn a person mentally just unstable. Ain't no way. Ain't no damn way. You don't try to fight your uncle and he beat your ass. He beat your ass dressed like his woman. Yo, baby mama, apparently. There ain't no coming back from that. Oh, he knocked you out, honey. He knocked your dumb ass out. Oh, shit. No, she ain't got no show no more. But I think that was by choice. And I also think that OWN was moving in a different direction. And they just decided to cancel everything. I would have let go and never seen again in the light of day, because that's got to be embarrassing. Like, not during the family reunion, child.
At the family reunion, who we introduce it.
Does the uncle teach classes? I want to learn how to knock people out. Shit, you get mad enough, you can knock anybody out.
Either Unc got a mean right or somebody jaw made a glass.
I'm going to stick to the glass. These was pretty short this week. They weren't too long. Some of them was disturbing, of course, but they was pretty short. Where's KJ? He's sleeping downstairs?
Yeah.
All right. So what we talking about? I mean, you see something. The ones involving the pastor are wild. Child. You'd be surprised what go on in the church. I told you about my pastor, well, my ex-pastor. It's because she put out a tweet on Twitter saying she ain't got nothing else to prove anymore. That's the reason why she's alluding to retiring. Which, good for her, I guess. Anywho's, anyways, y'all. So that's my live for today. I done made up for the 2 lives I was supposed to do yesterday and Monday. I did my SBC chat today. I will do some more stuff on Friday. I'm finna go. Y'all be easy. I hope you enjoyed the chat this week. It was fairly short compared to what it normally is. We talked about wrestling more than we did relationship stuff, but nobody had any questions today. Yeah, man, we've been here for 2 hours. It went by pretty fast. So everybody, I hope y'all have a good night. Please, please, please remember to love yourselves first and foremost. And if you respect and love God, then make sure he goes next. Okay? And then, if you ain't about a God-fearing person, then put your respect in the universe. How about that? And we just respect each other. Yes. All right. I will see you guys Friday for sure. Bye.
Thank y'all so much for coming and being part of my show. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe on the channel. It really helps to get my content out there for everybody to see. And I feel like even though we're a wrestling channel, we talk about a little bit of everything over here when I go live. So make sure you guys follow me on my social media as well. All of my socials are the same at Sack Design TV 2. You can find me on Twitter, and you can find me on Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook if you're a little and you like Facebook. But don't forget to follow me and subscribe, and make sure you rate my videos and get that algorithm up to push it up so I can start being a little bit more professional, so I can start making some coins. Okay? I will talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.